feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hi everyone, welcome. If you are new here and you're my previous subscriber, welcome back to my little astronauts. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the Simpson predicting Madam President Kamala Harris and see whether or not does this correlate to being actually true. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Let's take a look at the fate of Kamala Harris. I haven't really covered her specifically. I never did on my channel. I don't know why. So let's use today as a way to really take a look at Kamala Harris and her political future in terms of the presidency and what will take place after Biden as well. So we'll take a look at that. If you have any questions, please put them in the live chat now. Other than that, we're going to jump ahead. We'll also be asking questions who this person may be in terms of Lisa symptoms. We're going to take a look at whether or not she's Nancy Pelosi, whether or not she is Kamala Harris. What's the other one? The lady who won the Treasury Department in the United States that was appointed by Biden. She's really old, but like she was running and she did a phenomenal job. So if you know her name, let me know. I think she's something with Yellen. Hi, Paula. What's up, love? Oh, that's funny. You see that? Yeah, that's interesting. That's a sign that today's video is meant to be like this. All right, so let's begin. So if you are interested in booking a reading with me, just check the description below. Of course, if you are interested, I do have an actual sale on. I'll show you the sale right now in case you are interested in having a reading or you've been wanting to, but it's too pricey. Don't worry, I have a sale now. So if you want to book it, you can book as far out as December 31st, and the sale expires on October 11, 2021. You can get 10% off personal reading for 30 minutes. It will be $32.32, and you can get 20% off on personal reading for 1 hour, which will be $52.52 in case you are interested. Without a doubt, let's jump into this. This is being live streamed on September 30th, 2021 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And here are some quick disclaimers on your screen so I don't get in trouble by YouTube. We won't be discussing COVID-19 anymore on the channel, as YouTube has adopted a brand new policy that limits the spread of misinformation, which I'm, of course, not someone who's going to spread misinformation relating to the vaccine, but I just don't want my channel to get any sort of strikes relating to the topic as a whole. So we're going to avoid it just for safety precautions, just in case. All right, so let's begin. Let's go a little overview. If you have not checked out my other video, I just covered the main portions of the video, which is about Back to the Future, which was made in 2000 that predicts a Donald Trump presidency, followed with the United States being broke and a woman president. So we'll take a look at that today. We have a picture. This is a little clip it. As you know, we inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump, right? And it says here, her asking her secretary, Van Houten, where we are as a country in terms of the economy, and then he said that we're broke. And the reason why we're covering this is that I covered this back last year on October 11, 2020, and I thought that this would be a perfect time to bring this up, as I had never covered Kamala Harris at all. So I thought it would be a time to dedicate some sort of time for her. We have here in 2000, when the video was made, Lisa Simpson had a purple browser and, of course, pearl necklace, very similar to what Kamala Harris wore on Inauguration Day. So we'll take a look at whether or not did they predict this. Was this a statement Kamala Harris was trying to make? Did she watch the show just to kind of put out, like, you know, media BuzzFeed? We'll take a look at all of that to see if the theory had any sort of legitimacy to it. And if you want to watch like the whole the original video that I did on the topic, it will be in the description below in case you want to watch the old video from last year. Hello, Paula. What's up, love? So let's begin. If you have a question about Kamala Harris, of course, feel free to put it in the live chat. Oh, why is this not working? Okay. Spirit Angel, please tell me What do we need to know about Kamala Harris' political future? Let's take a look at Kamala Harris' political future, and I will compare it to Biden's. What is Kamala Harris' political future? Okay. Okay. Exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought. So back then, I told you guys this many times on my channel before. The last time I specifically one of the reasons why I never read on Kamala Harris was that when I was with Kim from a two of you, we were doing a reading together, and this was actually on recording, by the way. I'll put that in the description below as well. And I heard something in my right ear, and I asked my guys, why would Kamala Harris not be president? And all of a sudden I heard almost like a Kamala Harris coming to me in my ear saying that the Democratic Party would never accept me because they're not ready for someone like me. So that is what I heard. So what I'm seeing here is that this is kind of saying that same exact thing that she said back then in my ear, and I'm seeing it here. We have here that we have the reversal of the fool. Right, we have the reversal of the fool. The report is not there. She's within like unlike she likes but also dislikes, and I think I come to job approval as well. So she's in that intermediate range. We have here as well. We have the Knight of Pentacles. She doesn't really have the backing and support of Biden in terms of the voters. It feels like there are people. If you were to put Kamala Harris against 10 other candidates, people who normally vote for President Biden will vote for those other 10 candidates but Kamala Harris. The reason for that is that there is no sense of appeal for Kamala Harris. I don't know why, but almost like that, I feel like the energy of Hillary Clinton, so to speak, but in a more younger way. It almost feels like people are trying to avoid a repeat of 2016. That's what I'm sensing here, the energy there. We have here that she doesn't really think she wants to be. She doesn't think the country's ready, because she doesn't really want to have the burden to kind of take on the time period in which we're living in time of white supremacy and extreme right wing views dominating the country, and having her as president, she doesn't want to take on the burden of that, and having her entire reputation built on how she really wants herself to be well known for it, built on the lies and deceit that came with false information under Obama. I almost feel like she's afraid that what happened to Obama will happen to her, and so she wants to avoid that. We have here as well, we have the Queen of Cups. I don't think she's going to run. I don't see the energy. And even if she did run, it could potentially mean that she does not win. This is her political future in terms of presidency. Now, this is the immediate future. It's not long-term future. I don't see her taking over as president. I said that many times before, and I still don't see it today. But let's take a look at President Biden. This could be meaning that maybe she's not president because Biden's still in office. That's what this could mean as well. Let's take a look. What is Biden's immediate political future like? Okay. I should leave that here. One more. All right. I see what's going on right now. Excuse me. My mouth is stuttering. So we have the full card right under Kamala Harris. You see here, I talked about support. She does not have the support of the voters, the people who would have voted for Biden. The reason for that is that they're going to back Biden, right, more than they would back Kamala Harris, right? This is what Biden is. Biden has to support. People who voted for Biden voted because they're going to like Biden. This is talking about the re-election for President Biden. This is what I'm seeing here, is that if Kamala Harris hypothetically was to run in 2024, she would not have the support that Biden would have. And that could potentially mean that maybe Kamala Harris is an unpopular vice president, but it could mean that Biden is a popular president. Or it just means that Biden's just more popular than Kamala. It could just mean something as simple as that. And we have the Chariot card reverse. Biden has to grow the support over a long duration of time. And remember, Biden's been in political office and is known to have a lot of recognition. Kamala Harris has barely any recognition. She went from Attorney General in California, then Senator, and then vice president. She doesn't have that longevity that Biden has. That could be what that we're talking about. We have here as well with the Knight of Pentacles, right? Moving forward, having an idea, but being stopped. We have here the reason what that is that right now she can't have her political ambitions get in the way of President Biden because Biden right now is still president. Biden is the president of the United States. So she can't announce to say that I want to be president because that will derail Biden and that will put an opposition to President Biden and his agenda, of course, butt heading. And you don't need that. Biden doesn't need that. You need to have the Democratic Party united. As for the struggling and whether or not she's going to win, I feel that her time right now is not in the White House. I feel like her time is going to come when Biden is no longer around or when Biden is no longer, I didn't think, in the political atmosphere. That does not mean that Biden dies. It just means that he's not in political life or public life anymore. We have here as well, we have the White House card reverse, where we have the Four of Wands. Potentially, this could be relating to the change in the government, maybe the way that we operate. Maybe we may not have a president anymore. We might have a prime minister. There's going to be some sort of change occurring. There could be a change in power, change in leadership. Could be a change in political party. It could be the Republicans win in 2024, which I did say was possible. We do have here as well as we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 of Swords reversed. This talks about being stealing, misinformation, not hurting Kamala Harris. That's what's going to cause. Kamala Harris cannot be president right after Biden because the stigma around what Donald Trump has done is that he has tarnished her reputation. So people are going to associate Kamala Harris with President Biden, and therefore they're going to think about the election fraud and think that she's stealing the election, giving her opposition candidate a stronger way of trying to galvanize the votes. So in terms of immediate, in terms of political future, I don't see her being president. I don't really see that. It's not within her immediate future. But that does not mean it can't happen. It just means as of right now, with the current energies, this is what the outcome will be like had the election be held today. So let's take a look at President Biden. Will he be reelected in 2024? And maybe whether or not she'll be vice president after the end of Biden's second term. Potentially she could take over for him. Let's take a look. All right. Spirits and Angels, please tell me about President Biden. Will President Biden win re-election in 2024? I should choose one card. Okay. Interesting. All right. So a lot of you guys may have a number depending on how old you are. We have here Biden ran in 1988, 2008. He ran in 2020. He lost in the first two for the presidency, but he won in the third one, the third time's the charm. The question is, we have here Biden sit on the tree of knowledge, to understand the wisdom. Does he want a second term? That is what the first obstacle to President Biden is. Does he want to go again? Does he want to continue being president? And that's entirely up to him. I just say everything will be linked to him and Donald Trump. So whatever Biden does will happen to Trump. So whatever Trump does will happen to Biden. So just say Trump is still out on the streets committing crime, Biden will still remain president. But just say Trump gets put away within the next 3 years, Biden will resign or will finish out his term, and then a new election will happen with 2 new candidates, right? I have here that if Biden was to run for re-election, he will win. The thing is that he is well known, again, what I said compared to Kamala, right? He had the past behind him. He brought a sense of normalcy, calmness, having happiness. When I almost feel like the 1950s is revisited, but in the proper way. Does that make any sense? Like, the 1950s, we're talking about the 1950s with the retro, dining, outdoor eating, what else did they do in the 50s? Pools and stuff they did in the 50s, but a lot of it was, happiness, I guess, to some people, but then they were doing bad crap behind the scenes. It feels like what the United States is going through is the same timeline as what happened in the 1900s to 2000, it's going to happen again in reversal. And the reason for that is that we have to refix our mistakes, basically. So the thing that we've done, we're going to have to refix. So the way we handled the influenza pandemic, killing millions, about hundreds of thousands of people, was wrong, and therefore we're doing it again. That's why 2020 happened very closely to the time period which it happened in the 1900s. It feels like we're reliving in that retro period, so to speak. And we have here a temperance, right? Biden's going to be the balance for the country. Don't we feel like he's going to be the balance within the House and the Senate? It's exactly what United States needs right now. United States needs that. United States needs that sense of balance, a sense of normalcy. Bringing back the American idealism, bringing back the American dream. That is what I'm sensing here. That Biden is going to be the embodiment. He's going to create what it means to be an American, what it means to have the fulfillment to live the dream. But this time, everybody will have the opportunity to live those dreams, because back then in the 1950s, you never had the opportunity unless you were white and a male. Now you can be gay, you can be straight, you could be black, white, Latino, Asian, whatever you are, you have the opportunity to live the best life in the next one. That is what I'm seeing. That Biden will get that opportunity to a lot of us. And we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A lot of us will be in a state of paranoia, a state of anxiety. But you need to realize that being in that state all the time is very damaging, even for you. And because of that, it's not allowing you to see clearly what's right in front of you, happiness and joy. That is what it needs to be focused on right now. What you need to focus on is what is in front of you. That is what I'm seeing in terms of Biden. I do see him, if he were to run for re-election, he will win, and he will win smoothly, almost like a landslide. And we have here Knight of Pentacles. It will be the first time the presidency will where the president will win based on policies rather than political fear. So I almost feel like there's going to be a seismic shift in the political arena where people would have voted only Democrat based on being against the Republican. The people would have voted Republican based on the fear the Democrats will come together and will re-elect Biden based on his policies for the country, not based on the fear that they've been insinuating from the inside. So that is what I got. So let's take a look at Kamala Harris. Now that we know Biden, if he were to be run for re-election, he will win. Now let's take a look at whether or not Kamala Harris will take over during Biden's second term. Okay, let's see. Whew, my eyes are tired. Don't know why. Okay, so Spirit's hands are coming. Will Vice President Kamala Harris take over Biden's presidency and finish out the rest of the term during his second term? Or will she become president during Biden's second term? Will Kamala Harris become president under Biden's second term? No. Exactly what I said. No, I don't see it here. No. Because we have the full card here, right? Biden's popularity is going to skyrocket, but it's not with her. Her popularity is going to kind of stay mundane. But I almost feel like Biden's talked about so much in the news that Kamala Harris is going to be irrelevant to the people, at least in terms of the voters' mind. They may not know her well enough, or they may not even realize that she was on Biden's administration. We have here as well, we have the King of Stories here. We have President Biden being president. We have here is the death of her political ambition. I feel like she's gonna be like very tired. Maybe she feels like there's a lot more that she needs to learn before she can be president. And if so, if she is president, it could be because of a political death by Biden. Biden potentially passes away, or he's so tired or has an illness, and that she goes in via 25th Amendment. We have here as well, we have the Magician card reverse. It's not something that she wants to happen. She doesn't want to be handed the presidency. She wants to be earned, or want to earn the presidency, so to speak. She don't want someone to disregard her ability to govern based on her ability to be given and handed a country when she could have easily won it. So I feel like that is the mindset. She wants to be president, but she wants to be elected. We have here as well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of wands here reversed. It's that feeling that she doesn't feel like the country's ready. And I said that before in another reading, but yeah, it doesn't feel like she's ready. So no, I don't see Kamala Harris taking over. Now, the last question I really want to cover today is whether or not Kamala Harris will be president ever. Will Kamala Harris ever become president of the United States? Will she ever become president of the United States? No. No. I feel like her political ambition, like a part of me, I'm feeling like some parts of me are dying. And we feel like her political ambition, like seeing how hard the country is, it almost feels like it's a lot harder than what she anticipated. And because of that, she doesn't really have the ambition that it could be changing. And I'm not Kamala Harris. It's just for entertainment purposes only, right? She gets to make the final say. But as of now, her current energy, she doesn't really want to. She doesn't really have interest. It almost feels like she lost passion. We have the cherry card reverse, right? Becoming president, going in with a head start. We have the magician card. It's no longer what she wishes for. This is not something that she wants anymore. We have here in the past, after what she thought took place on January 6th, and the potentiality for her life to be cut very short the way it was with JFK. It feels like the heart on the mind of her on her mind of her own head, is she's thinking about family, wanting to be here for the long term. And so she's really considering whether or not she wants to be here for her children. God forbid anything was to occur if she was president. And so right now we have here the temperance. Right? There is a potential future where she could be president. But there could also be another future where she is vice president but never become president. Well, another president. And so that is what I'm seeing here. That I don't see an outcome. It really determines on her, but as of right now, if the election would be held today and she were to run, this is where she is right now mentally. So that is what I'm seeing. All right, guys. I love you, and I hope you have a very beautiful day. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content such as this. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of today's content and whether or not you like it. I hope you all have a beautiful night, and I love you, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.